Hey guys, Coach Jason. Hope you're all doing well. So I want to talk about how to break down a training week that's 50 miles of 50 miles of running. Okay, and after this video, I'm going to do a 60-mile training week, 70-mile training week, and probably an 80-mile training week as well. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you two options. Option one is going to be for mostly middle distance runners, or for folks that are running anywhere from the 800 to the mile to the 3K up to the 5K, the longest. Okay. Option B is going to be, going from 10K to half marathon and the marathon, because the structure of the training is different. The emphasis of certain workouts is different. So I want to give you both options, and you can see the difference between the two. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you over to the whiteboard because I have it all written down. I'm going over a 14-day training cycle. Okay, so a 2-week cycle, and with an off day every 14 days. So 1 week is 7 days of running, the next week is 6 days of running. And you'll see how everything is kind of laid out accordingly. It's a repeatable cycle that you could do a second time, and then depending on how you structure your training for yourself or for your athletes, I generally recommend a 2-week cycle be repeated twice over a 4-week period. Then you evaluate, and any changes you make it every 4 weeks or so for periodization purposes, because it takes the body about 21 to 28 days to adapt to a certain training stimulus. So that's why I recommend every 4 weeks making any modifications that you think you should make. So again, we're going to go over a 50-mile training week, okay? And I'm going to give you two options. Let's take you over there. By the way, welcome to the channel if you're new. And, for my regulars, I appreciate all your support. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, and please hit the thumbs up if you like the videos or the content. I just changed the name, actually, from Black Belt Running Coach 447, as you can see at the top of the line, running. I wanted to make it a little bit more appealing to a broader audience, make it a little bit more running specific so that folks can find it a little bit easier. And with the content that I put out, I have almost 200 videos out already. You'll see that the content is strong. So... and fully detailed training programs, anything from the half mile all the way up to the marathon, all different levels, beginner, intermediate, up to, pretty much borderlining elite. And I've coached folks at every level, at the high school, college, and post-collegiate level, and I've also competed at those levels as well over the years. But my emphasis on coaching has been over the last 2 decades. And I'm also a USATF certified coach and a Wharton certified musculoskeletal therapist. So, but let's get back to the details. A 50-mile training week, how should it look? Let's get over here and check it out. All right, I'm going to take you over here, get over to the whiteboard. All right, here we go. Okay, side one here is obviously middle distance. So if you're training for anything up to 5K, let's go over this. All right, so you'll see here, I have it all down Monday through Sunday twice. I generally, and whether you're at work or at school, I always like to have a Monday easy day to kind of ease back into the week, particularly if some folks do a long run on Sunday. I generally have them, I structure the training so that it's on Saturday, so you can have an easy day or an off day Sunday, and then kind of ease back into the week, particularly if you're in school and not racing that weekend. But you modify it as you see appropriate. Okay, 6 miles easy on Monday. Okay, then Tuesday, Friday, I generally have workouts, and you'll see here Tuesday, Friday. I have a kind of a 4 workout cycle. It's a multi-pace training cycle, and I'll go over it. Again, it's repeatable to give you a chance to adapt. So 2-mile warm-up drills and strides, okay, and then you do 5K pace workouts. So let's just say you're doing 1,000-meter repeats or 800-meter repeats at 5K pace, whatever it is. And then a 2-mile cool down. So the volume of the day total is probably between 7 and 8 miles. Then 8 miles steady or just relaxed on Wednesday, following up with some strides on the back end, whether it be 50-meter strides, 100-meter strides, something like that. Then easy 7 miles on Thursday. Then Friday, another workout, warm up 2 miles, drills and strides. 3K pace workout, okay? Now you're going a little bit faster. Okay, so whether it be 600-meter reps or 800-meter reps at 3K pace or something like that. Then 2-mile cool down. So let's say the volume of that is 6 miles or 7 miles for the day, including warm up and cool down, obviously. Then you're kind of long run, 10 miles on Saturday with strides. Okay, it's just and if you can get it to the point where you can do it over rolling terrain, if it's available to you, I encourage you to do that. It's a great way of continually building strength. Okay, then 4 miles easy on Sunday. Okay, go into week 2, 6 miles on Monday. Then your third workout, Tuesday, warm up 2 miles, drills and strides. Now you're doing stuff at 1,500-meter or mile pace, whether it be, let's just say 400s, all right? 8 by 400 or 2 sets of 4 by 400 at mile pace or something like that. And then a 2-mile cool down. Okay, volume of the day, 6 to 7 miles or something like that. 8 miles with strides on Wednesday, 6 miles easy on Thursday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. Then you're doing stuff at 800 meter to 400 meter pace. So let's say you do a 2-mile kind of gentle tempo run to get the heart rate up. Okay, so you're getting the heart rate up, kind of transitioning into this stuff here where you could be doing all-out 300s or something like that, all-out 200s. Or it doesn't have to. Not every workout has to be long. So this could be 8 by 200 or something like that, or anything like that. 400, 300, 200, 100 cut down times 2, whatever you feel is most appropriate. But this is a pure speed day. Okay, 2-mile cool down on the back end, and now the longer long run of the cycle, 12 miles on Saturday, and then an off day on Sunday. Now I'm going to point out a few things, okay? Obviously, the shorter long run has an easy day after it. The longer long run has an off day after it for recovery. You see the multi-pace training where each kind of day gets faster, and then if you repeat it, you go back up and do another workout at 5K pace. You can either repeat the same workout you did or do something different as long as it's at 5K pace. But now you're setting yourself up. You're doing 5K pace, 3K pace, mile pace, and pure speed. The more you do multi-pace training cycles, the more you're setting yourself up for long-term and short-term success. So that's kind of how the 14-day cycle looks. And again, it's give or take a mile here and there. The average per day is a little over 7 miles in a 50-mile week. The off day, so that's going to be in the 40s. Let's say 42 or 43 miles. I'm keeping the average the way that it is. Okay, 7 miles per day, let's say. If you're doing 50 in 7 days, that doesn't mean do 50 in 6 days because it negates the purpose of the off day. By trying to add mileage here and there. The purpose of the off day is so that you can continue doing what you're doing and allow you to recover from that. Okay? So that's one thing to keep in mind. So that's generally how a 50-mile week looks for middle distance folks or folks training for anywhere from 5K and down. Let's move over to this side now. Okay? This is more 10K, half marathon, marathon. Again, you move things around as you see fit. Appropriate. So miles here, miles there, if you, whatever your life is, your job is, your work schedule, and so on, you kind of make it fit. But I just wanted to give you something for consistency here. So you have something you can look at that is easy to kind of follow and modify. Okay, so again, Monday, always an easy day, 6 miles. 2-mile warm-up, and again, Tuesday, Friday, I'm following that cycle. Okay, so 2-mile warm-up drills and strides. Let's say hill repeats. Let's say you're doing 400-meter hill repeats. Let's just say it's 8 or something like that. And then a 2-mile cool down. So that workout alone is, that whole day is 8 miles. And keep in mind too, there's going to be some shorter days here and some of the longer days because it's going to look a little bit different, okay? Then anywhere from here on Wednesday, the semi-long run between 9 and 12 miles, okay? This could also be 200-meter hill repeats. It depends on the age and experience of you, either yourself or your athlete. So again, what you feel is most appropriate. 9 to 12 miles, 9 being on the shorter end if you're training for 10K, 12 on the longer end if you're training for a marathon, okay? And I like a second run during the week, a semi-long run. Generally, if you're training for a marathon, the long run should be at about 20% of your weekly mileage. In some cases, slightly more, but depends on the tolerability of your athletes to handle that type of work. I like a second run during the week. That's about 75% of the long run. So if your long run's 16, that's 12, 75%. If your long run's 12, that's 9, 75%. Okay? So again, the shorter end is you're training for the 10K, working to the half marathon. The longer end, you're working towards half marathon to the marathon. Okay? So 9 to 12 miles, intermediate run and strides. Intermediate just means at a nice, relaxed pace. The goal is to stay on your feet for an extended period of time. 6 miles on Thursday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides on Friday, a tempo run. Okay, whether let's just say a 4-mile tempo run or something like that, and then some 50-meter strides on the back end, the 2-mile cool down, the long run anywhere from 12 to 16 miles depending on what you're training for, and then 4 miles easy on Sunday. And again, give or take a mile here and there, you modify it as you see fit, particularly if you want to stay at 50. Okay, week 2, back to 6 miles again on Monday, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides on Tuesday. Okay, a speed fartlek. Let's just say it's 20 times 1 minute hard times by 1 minute easy or something like that, which is a good half marathon workout. And then a 2-mile cool down. And that's the whole workout, by the way. And even if you're training for a marathon, not every workout needs to be long. Okay, 2-mile cool down. Wednesday, intermediate run again between 8 and 11 miles, depending on what you're training for, plus strides on the back end. 6 miles on Thursday. Friday, okay, 2-mile warm-up drills and strides, a threshold workout. Let's just say you're doing 1,000-meter efforts with a 1-minute recovery at threshold pace, which is slightly faster per mile than your tempo run pace, okay? I've done a bunch of videos on that too. Take a look in the description down below. You'll see them. I'll put them in the description. Every time I put out video, by the way, always look in the description. You'll find relevant training videos, okay? So back to this threshold workout, 2-mile cool down. Then the long run, 12 to 18 miles, again, depending on what you're training for. And Sunday's the off day. So again, it's kind of a similar sequence. The shorter long run here is followed by an easy run. The longer long run is followed by an off day, okay? The structure is a little bit different because you're training for longer races. So we've got hill repeats and a tempo run, a speed fartlek, and a threshold workout. So it's more longer race specific, even though they could be appropriate for shorter races as well. But this is generally what it would look like training for longer races. And again, a similar format. I wanted to keep it consistent, but you see how it's laid out, and you see how it compares to this one. There's a lot of similarities, but there's a lot of differences. And again, I like a Tuesday, Friday workout and a Saturday long run, unless you're doing a Tuesday workout and the long run is the workout, which you can do on Friday or Saturday or whatever. Sunday for some folks. If that happens to be the workout, like if you incorporate the speed fartlek into the long run, which folks can do, or you do a progression long run, then that becomes the workout of the weekend. You don't have to do a Friday one, okay? Because that's a pretty difficult, a little bit more of a race-specific kind of training run. So that, again, depending on what cycle you are in your training, that you can incorporate as well. So this is what a 50-mile week looks like. Let me know what you think. Give me your insight in the comments down below. I always welcome feedback. I always encourage it. I learn from athletes just as much as they learn from me. So, and again, if you enjoyed this, hit that thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. It lets everybody else know that this channel exists. It's instrumental to the growth. I'm actually approaching 800 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by next month. I'd like to get to 2,000 by later on this year. So your help is really, really appreciated. And again, please share this with other people in the running community, other coaches, other athletes. And, let them know that it's out there. So hopefully this can help as many people as possible. And every program I put out is fully detailed. So if you're going to watch it from start to finish. Because I explain everything. I go over all the details. So I don't want you missing important content. So with that, have a great week. Be healthy and safe. Talk to you next time.